Yeah, I just got done baling this piece. So I take a second here, stretch my legs, and I'm gonna take a walk here in the cornfield. I got one more piece to bale, probably another 12, 15 bales. But yeah, gotta get it baled tonight. They got rain the next 3 days in the forecast. Nice tight bales. This field here, it's an old stand of hay. This is basically canary grass. I know I plowed this section up in here. I know it's probably been 20, 25 years since I plowed this one side. This field is changing. Right where these bales are, right below that tree, that used to be a wet hole. And I'm not leaving a track or nothing in there. You can see way down there, there's a little bit of grass standing just to the left of this bale right here. Can't even tell where I'm pointing to. There's a spring or something developed in there. There's water sitting in there, and damn near got stuck in there last year. And it's soft and spongy in there again this year. I was able to get through it a little bit better, but it's never been wet right in there in that corner. But overall, this field is kind of on the wet side. I mean, I remember, we're talking back in the late 70s when we used to have the neighbor chop corn for us. I remember him chopping corn on this field with a 4-wheel drive Murray Hill on the chopper and a log skidder in front of that. And the last time I remember them chopping corn in here, they had a TW20 Ford, and I remember his son chopping up on the other side of that tree. He was flying through there, and them front tires just throwing mud back and over the top of the chopper. So I mean, it gets greasy in here. So we pretty much seeded it down to canary grass, and it makes good feed as long as you don't put too much fertilizer to it. You don't want to fertilize it till after the first cutting, if anything. I mean, if you don't get it cut early, then it gets tall and stemmy and crappy, right? But right now it's on the stemmy side too, but I mean, this stuff can get 6-7 foot tall. I mean, this is some fine grass right here, but it'll be like a straw you'd get at McDonald's, stem wise, and they just don't eat that. So they say if you can keep it on a smaller stem size, it makes good feed. But I'd walk through this. Today's July 5th. I didn't come out and look at this yesterday. I posted that short little video only because I had the idea a while ago. But for the last couple days I debated whether I was even going to post anything else again. I am so fed up. I got a couple things I might talk about here over the next couple days. We're supposed to get rain for the next 3 days again. But so it might give me a chance to do something about them if I'm in the mood. But this is a corn. Oh, I think I made a video about this the other day or last week. Right after I sprayed it. A day or two later. I sprayed this a week ago yesterday. And you can see these weeds are dead. They're curling up. And you see the corn's getting up here and starting to cross over in the center of the rows. So this will be shaded out here. If we get a little bit of rain, this corn is going to take off. But when I sprayed it here that day, it was only up to about my knees. Right now, I don't know if I can see it. It's pretty much up to my hips. So it's grown a good foot here in the last week. And like I say, we get a little bit of rain on this, and you can see it's, like I say, there's a little bit of sub-moisture there, a little bit. But it's getting dry on top, which surprised me because we've had rain for the last week. But we haven't had the rain, I don't think, right here. Most of it's been going north of us up towards the lake. And then south of us, they were getting hit hard there. It was kind of splitting around us. We got a couple decent rains, but we didn't get the heavy stormy stuff. So, but one thing I'm noticing on this corn, get down here a couple rows, right now this is the Hubner corn, and it doesn't look too bad right here. But if you look, it kind of looks like these leaves are starting to curl up a little bit, pointing up, and it might be just the way this corn is. But it is fairly dry. I'm just wondering if this corn is, not really a drought tolerant corn. We're not nowhere near a drought here, I don't think, but we are behind on moisture. But if you come down here, these two rows right here, this is that mycogen corn. And you can see a difference. It's a lot broader leaf, it's more splayed out, where these are pointing up. And like I said, I think it's kind of more the characteristics of the corn, because like I said, I don't think we're near drought to be starting to do this. I mean, it's probably hurting. You get down on that other corner, some of that corn is really curled up, but the corners, that's more of an area we're driving all the time, it's probably more compacted. But like I said, this corn's really taken off. So just get a little more moisture to it and some heat. This corn will be 6 foot tall here by the next weekend. And I ain't complaining about this. I still got my corn down in Crawford County to spray yet. But, and depending what the rain is tomorrow or what it looks like, I might head down there to do that. Sometime this week I'm going to get that done. But a year ago tomorrow, July 6th, I finished planting corn down there. And I finished planting corn this year, I think I was about a month ago. I think we're in the beginning of June. I can't remember now. So I mean, that corn could be borderline being knee high down there. This is, well, I planted it the second day. I got corn over there. That was the first stuff I planted. I planted this the next day. And then across from the barn, I planted that probably about a week later. So, and that is a little bit shorter down there. And that corn is looking more like it's in a drought condition. But for the most part, this corn's looking pretty good. Nice green. And that's where I got to go look at that corn down in Crawford County too, see just how lagging it is. Because if you remember, I didn't end up with as much fertilizer on as I should have had. And if anything's hurting for fertilizer, it would be that corn down there. So depending how much rain we get, like I said, I'd like to hit that just before a rain. But go down there with a 3-point spreader on the back of the tractor. And I got 1,600 pounds of fertilizer here yet. Gotta do something with, or it'll be just all caked to mess by spring. So I'd either have to go down there where I should spread it on the corn, or a couple of these hay fields to get a good second cutting. But I'd rather have good corn. Now, like I say, this here, I put the manure to this field. So like I said, I think right now them roots are getting down into that manure. So it didn't hurt too much if I ended up short on fertilizer on this. And if you're wondering, I didn't bale this because this is rougher than a bitch. There's probably some rocks in here. There's a lot more weedy stuff in here. So I ain't worried about the half a bale that's here. But just like anything along the road, I usually don't bale that first outside windrow. It ain't as bad as I used to, but that's where all the beer cans end up. And no matter what, any equipment that does have magnets on it to detect it, aluminum don't stick. So you got a lot more chance of getting cows sick from eating busted up aluminum cans. So like I said, I'd rather sacrifice that one or two bales of hay I'd be losing along the road than lose a cow. As it don't rain too much, I'll get this picked up. I ended up with 40, what the hell was it, 45 bale on here, something like that, 40 something bale. My bale counter's all fogged up or dirt in there. I can't read the last number very good. So, but I guess that's a little bit of an update on this. I say July 5th and I got corn up to my waist. So, but I guess get that last bale done. I got a clean barn here yet, and mixed feed, never ending. Maybe I can get done with chores before midnight tonight. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.